Hey and welcome to the small instructional video for the beauty dish from Elinchrom. Now a beauty dish is a very nice modifier. You can get beautiful light with a really crispy contrast. And you know why? Because it's a silver inlay, and you also have them in white and they're a little bit softer. But I love the silver one because I love a little bit crispy my image. So this is the beauty dish and you mount it on your strobe, and it's very easy. You just mount it on your strobe, you click and you close it, and you could use it like this, but to make it even more nicer you can add the deflector. Now what the deflector actually does is it takes the light from the strobe and distributes over the beauty dish. So you get a nice even light, and again, thanks to the silver inlay, you have a beautiful high contrast. And there's several modifiers for the beauty dish. You can use a sock on it, it's a diffusion panel, and you also can use a grid. Now during this video I'm going to shoot first a portrait without any modification, then we add the diffusion panel, and after that we're going to use the grid. So let's go to our model Nadine and let's start using the beauty dish. The first thing you always do is meter the light, because you want the light on your model to be perfect. Her skin exposure should be accurate, how the model looks, right? So this is my beauty dish. It's aimed straight at the model with only the deflector inside. Now I use the light meter and I will aim towards the light source, trigger the strobe, and I will get a reading of f16. This means that if I put my camera on f16, the exposure on my model will be perfect. So that's why we use the light meter. You can set up really quick. You don't have to shoot any images in between. You meter, you know the aperture, you set it in your camera and you're done. So that's part one of the shoot. And that goes really quick, as you can see. Now the second part that's very important is this one. It's the X-Rite Color Checker Passport. You will place it in the hands of your model, let her look straight into the light and make sure that the light hits the color checker as flat as possible. Now I will take my camera and I will take the image of the color checker. Now maybe this is probably the most important shot of the whole set. There we go. Thank you very much. Because with this color checker you can make a profile in Lightroom or in the standalone software and your colors will be very accurate. No color casts and red will be really red. And as you can see with Nadine, the red in her hair, it will really stand out when the colors are correct. Okay, now the beauty dish we only use with the deflector. And why? Because I want a real crispy, nice image. As you can see, I placed the beauty dish really close to the model. The reason for this is something called the inverse square law. Light falls off over the distance. The closer you place your light to the model, the nicer the light fall off will be. So you will get a nice vignette around the model. And you can see this in the image that's coming in now. I will focus on the closest eye and take the shot. Now you can also do the shot in portrait mode, like this. But for me, when I shoot a portrait, I really like to shoot in landscape mode. Because I think the viewer will be more captivated by the light. Very nice. Very cool. Look a little bit more that way. Very nice. There we go. And because we always like to have a nice complete series, I also do one more in portrait mode. Thank you. Maybe chin up just a little bit. Very cool. Thank you. Now if you want your light to be a little bit softer, you can add the diffusion material. So for the next setup, we're going to add the diffusion material and make it a little bit softer. Now this is the diffusion material. You can place this over your beauty dish. It goes very simple. And of course it always takes a little bit more time when the cameras are rolling. There we go. And now we have a nice softer quality of light. Now the first thing of course you have to do is remeter the light, because as soon as you change something on your lights, you remeter, because it can be that there's a little bit less light, or if you take away diffusion material you will have a little bit more light. So aim the light meter towards the camera, towards the light source. There we go. f8.09. This means it's f8 and 9/10 of an f-stop. So almost f11. Now I have a remote control in my light meter and I will press one click and my strobe will go off 1 click. Now I'm on f11, so I remeter, and we're on f11. So now I set my camera on f11, and we'll take the same shots as before, only now with the diffusion material. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Cool, can you look a little bit more up? And again, change between portrait mode and landscape mode to get a lot of different looks out of your shoot. Very nice. Thank you. Now, and if you want to channel your light even more, you can use a grid. So for the next setup, we're going to use the grid on the beauty dish. We now change the diffusion material for the grid, and I also remove the deflector. You could use the deflector, but in this case it will destroy the grid because it extends just a little bit too much. And for this setup, I don't want to use the deflector. I really like the harsh quality of light. And again, when you change something, you take a meter reading to set the camera very quickly. 16.2. Now this means that I have f16 and 2/10 of an f-stop more. So we'll take 2 clicks, 1, 2. The strobe will power down 2 clicks, and I'm ready to shoot on f16. So we'll take the camera. We'll set it on f16. Okay, and there we go. Very nice. Chin up just a little bit. Very nice. Now what you can see that there's a lot less spill light. The background is now completely black and you have a very nice, almost vignette-like quality of light on your model. I really like this look. Very nice. Okay, look a little bit more here. And by changing your own position just a little bit between here and here, you can control your contrast. So here the light is a little bit more flat. And from here I have a little bit more contrast. Thank you very much, Nadine. So this is the beauty dish from Elinchrom. And again, you can get a diffuser for it. You can get a deflector for it. You can combine the diffusion with the deflector or without. And you can use the grid. Now for the deflectors you also have a gold one, a translucent one and the silver one. And today we use the silver one. Now the gold one, that's very interesting. A lot of people think it will make yellow light. Well, it does, but it's actually not meant for that. When you shoot in the shade, the color temperature is a little bit higher than the light in the sun. So when you have your model in the shade and you use the gold deflector, you will lower the quality of light. So from the shade, you will balance it with the sunlight. So you actually balance the light with the gold deflector. The translucent deflector will give you even more contrast than the silver one. So combine those two and you have a very, very versatile setup. The beauty dish from Elinchrom, in every studio you should have one. That rhymes.